In 1985, Japan was in a transitional period heading towards the bubble economy following the Plaza Accord. It was an era of mass production and mass consumption. The symbol of this consumer culture was the vending machine. By the mid-1980s, over 5 million units had been installed nationwide, selling drinks, alcohol, and cigarettes 24 hours a day on the streets. This system was based on Japan's high level of public safety and an implicit trust among citizens. But in September 1985, a series of indiscriminate poisonings occurred. On September 11th in Fukuyama City, Hiroshima, a 45-year-old man drank a nutritional beverage left near a vending machine. He died the following day. On the same day in Matsusaka City, a 52-year-old man died in the exact same manner. On September 12th in Habakino City, Osaka, a 47-year-old man also fell victim. The police found no connections in age or profession among the victims. The only common factor was that they all consumed seemingly unopened drinks abandoned at vending machines. Laboratory analysis revealed the murder weapons, agricultural herbicides known as Paraquat and Paraquat violently destroys plant cells. To humans, it is extremely dangerous. Upon ingestion, it causes severe ulcers in the digestive tract. But its true terror targets the lungs. It rapidly destroys lung cells, turning the flexible lung tissue into a hardened mass. The victim remains conscious but slowly suffocates to death over days or weeks as they become unable to absorb oxygen. There is no antidote. A single spoonful is a lethal dose. How did the killer obtain this poison? At the time, laws regarding agricultural chemicals were loose. Paraquat was widely sold at gardening stores and home centers. Buyers only needed to write a name and address on a form and stamp it with a personal seal. There were no identity checks like driver's licenses. By using a fake name and a cheap, unregistered seal, anyone could buy it anonymously. Furthermore, it was often left unsecured in farm sheds, making it easy to steal. Why did the victims drink it without suspicion? The killer exploited the beverage industry's promotional campaigns and human psychology. Vending machines featured a roulette game where winning meant receiving a free drink. Many winners who didn't want the extra bottle simply left it in the dispenser or on top of the machine. The killer created a scenario that made the victims believe someone had just left their lucky prize behind, tricking them into poisoning themselves. The police hit a dead end. Vending machines were outdoors, exposed to the elements and touched by countless people daily. Extracting the killer's fingerprints was impossible. Most importantly, there were no security cameras. In 1985, cameras were only installed at bank ATMs, not on the streets. Additionally, the delayed symptoms of Paraquat meant several days passed before police were even notified of the incidents, completely destroying the initial crime scenes. Following media reports, authorities plastered warning stickers on vending machines. However, detailing the crime methods triggered the worst possible outcome: copycat crimes. Throughout the autumn, poisoned drinks appeared across the Kanto region, this time containing different substances like insecticides. Some people used the nationwide panic to murder acquaintances or commit suicide, making it look like the serial killer's work. In total, 12 people died in this wave of chaos, completely exhausting police resources. The beverage industry recognized a fatal flaw in their packaging: aluminum twist caps. Even if sealed at the factory, once a consumer opened it and screwed it back on tightly, it was impossible to tell if it had been tampered with. The killer simply took the drinks home, laced them with poison, and returned them to the streets. To survive, the industry invested heavily in safe packaging. This led to the introduction of the modern tamper-evident cap, where a plastic ring breaks away when opened, visually guaranteeing safety. The identity and true motive of the Phantom Killer remain unknown. In the year 2000, the 15-year statute of limitations expired, officially closing the case unsolved. Today, decades later, Japan's streets are filled with security cameras, and breakaway rings are standard on all bottles. We can no longer rely solely on human goodwill. We must depend on physical systems to protect ourselves from the unseen dangers hidden in everyday life.